Hello and welcome back to AZ Positive. How's everybody doing? My name is Abdulazim Faik, and today we are going to talk on a requested topic, and that's on how to fight depression. So, a quick disclaimer: it's a very, very broad topic, a very vast topic, and if you think you're in depression, please don't keep things to yourself. And if you think you need help, please do seek out professional help. Don't hesitate and don't let matters get worse. And now, what we're going to do today is I'm going to share with you a few steps which are basically habitual changes that you can bring about in your lifestyle, which will help you in fighting depression. So, before we get into that steps, let's talk a little about what depression is and what are a few causes of depression. So, what is depression? If we have to give it a definition, it's a mental health disorder wherein you will have continuous depressed mood, continuous negative emotions, and you'll start losing interest in your regular activities, and you start avoiding people. You don't like to mingle with people, and thereby uh, this makes a significant impact on your daily life, your life as a whole. Okay, so that's a bit about depression. And now, when it comes to numbers, the numbers are very, very scary. Globally, as per WHO, globally more than 264 million people of all age groups suffer from depression. So it is a huge problem. So now, a few causes. If you've had a rough childhood, if you've had a lot of traumatic life events, if you it can also be because of brain structure, and it can be also because of drug use. So these are not the only reasons. There are multiple reasons. There can be many more reasons apart from this which can cause depression. However, these are few reasons. Now, quickly we'll move on to the steps. Step number one: reach out to people and stay connected. Now, you got to be careful. You got to keep in mind two things when we're talking about reaching out and staying connected. Number one, try to reach out to people FaceTime, that is face to face, instead of on calls or text. And step number two, remember this, that when you're reaching out to people, when you're sharing your concerns or your issues with somebody, the opposite person, the person who's hearing you out completely, might not have a solution to your problem. However, if they are able to hear you out completely, you will feel at ease. So, these are two things that you got to keep in mind. And another thing that you got to be cautious about is about who you are willing to share your information with. Ensure that you are reaching out to people who you confide in. Okay, who you're confident about, that the information that you share is going to stay with between you two. And it can be anyone. It can be your sibling. It can be even your parents, or somebody you know, or somebody who is professional in that. Okay, in this field. Okay, so keep these things in mind when you're following the step number one about reaching out to people and staying connected. Now, step number two: do things that make you feel good. Now, this is going to be tough, and and the reason is what's going to happen when you're going through depression is that you will find it difficult to go about your regular activities. And now we are talking about doing things which make you feel good, maybe your hobby or your interest. So the reason I'm saying that you got to do this is because if you're willing to fight depression, you have to do things which interest you. In order to overcome depression, you have to do things which relax you and energize you. If you're into arts, this is the time for you to, pull out those canvases and those colors of yours, and then paint your heart out. If you're into music, this is the time to explore the musician inside you. So whatever talent or whatever hobby or whatever interest that you have, it is the time for you to explore those things right now and start unwinding and start de-stressing yourself. And now additionally, aim for at least 8 hours of sleep a day. Get enough amount of sleep, and keep your stress levels in check. You can try quite a few things. You can try meditation, you can try yoga, and you can start spending some time in nature. And now this is an interesting practice and a very effective practice that you can try, and that is list down what you like about yourself. And if you want it to be more effective, uh, list it down on a chart and put it on a wall where you can look at it on a daily basis. This will help you realize your self-worth. Read good books, watch funny movies, do a search of what are the best comedy movies ever made. Go binge watching, have a laugh your heart out. And talk to friends, as I said, and I'll repeat, talk to friends and family face to face. Listen to uplifting speeches. Do something creative on a daily basis. So that's about step number 2. Now step number 3, stay physically active. Now, this is something very effective, and again, as I said, this is going to be difficult. However, whatever is difficult, you have to ensure that you make it a habit. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. However, once it becomes a habit, it's going to be it's going to help you a lot in the long run. So stay physically active, and the reason I say that is it has been proven that exercise is a very powerful depression fighter. As a matter of fact, research shows that regular exercise can be as effective as meditation for relieving you of depression symptoms or stress. And try this. I read this somewhere that a 30 minutes walk early in the day with a smile on your face is the best antidepressant. What best way can you find to start your day with this sort of an antidepressant? So just put on those jogging shoes, those walking shoes of yours. Get out, go for a long 30 minutes walk. If you can't go for a 30 minutes walk, reduce it to 15 minutes or 20 minutes. However, ensure that you're smiling when you're walking. And try physical activities such as I said, walking. It can be weight training, it can be swimming, it can be martial arts, or it can even be dancing, where you have to move both your arms and legs. All right, so start getting start involving yourself into physical activities. Now, step number 4, eat healthy. I think we hear this every day, and the reason we hear this every day about anything that you want to develop in yourself is because of this. What you eat has a direct impact on the way you feel. So reduce the intake of foods which are high in caffeine, which have alcohol, which have a lot of fats, which have chemical preservatives such as processed foods. And the reason we have to avoid these sort of foods is because it's been proven that these sort of foods can affect our brain and our mood and how we behave, how we approach our daily activities. You know, Another thing that you got to keep in mind is don't skip meals. Going too long between meals can make you feel irritable. It can make you feel tired. So try to have something something healthy. Healthy snacks, anything between 3 to 4 hours. So that's something that you got to take care of. You can do a lot of research yourself about how you can come up with a healthy diet plan for yourself. Now, step number 5, get a daily dose of sunlight. Sunlight can improve your mood. So whenever possible, get outside. During daylight hours, expose yourself to sunlight for at least 15 minutes a day. So if you want to have lunch, if you have an option to have lunch outside, do that. If you have an option to if you want to have a coffee, if you have an option to expose yourself to sun rays, do that. Get outside and get in the balcony, expose yourself to sunlight when you're having that coffee. Okay. And now, if you're into outdoor sports, that this is something that you can do. Get into your sports gear, get yourself out in the sunlight hours, in the daylight hours, and play that outdoor sports which is of your interest. So that's how you can get yourself exposed to sunlight, which will also help you in fighting your depression levels. Now, step number 6, fight negative thinking. Now, this is going to be tough because when you're into depression, what happens is depression puts a negative spin to almost everything, including the way you look at yourself, including the way you look at your goal, your the ideas that you have, your interests that you have. However, let me tell you this: if you do not work towards taking control of your emotions, then what's going to happen is that your emotions are going to control your life. And there are multiple ways of how you can work towards controlling your emotions. And there are a few techniques that we can use in controlling our emotions. I will jot down that's going to be one of my upcoming videos, where I can share some thoughts with you on how we can control and fight our emotions. But remember this: there are quite a few things that happen in life that we encounter on a daily basis which are totally irrelevant to us. However, we let them affect our mind, or we let them affect our behavior. So start identifying those things. So start identifying what are things which are relevant to you, what are things which are totally irrelevant, and be put in a conscious effort that you're not going to be disturbed by things which are totally irrelevant to you. And now another thing which I wanted to share is stop comparing yourself with others. Now the reason I say this is it is said social comparison is a thief to happiness. And thanks to social media, we are so busy comparing our lives with others that we forget to work on our own life. So you might come across photos of people posting you know photos of their vacations, their achievements, the new things they bought, and you will start comparing that with yourself, with the shortcomings in your life. However, keep telling yourself this important thing: if you want to be, if you want that to be even more effective, put this two lines on your wall somewhere. uh, you got to be happy for what you already have in life, rather than being unhappy for what you don't have. So focus on the positives, and remember this: we all have bad days, but one bad day doesn't mean we have a bad life. And we're talking about this in 2020. We've had a bad year altogether from day one of 2020, I guess. However, even then, I'm going to repeat myself: one bad day, or a bad month, or a bad year doesn't mean we have a bad life. Remember this. I'd like to end the video with this interesting and a very hard-hitting one-liner: our life and our character is decided by 20% of circumstances and 80% of how we react towards those circumstances. So start taking control of your emotions, and automatically you will start taking control of your depression. You will be able to fight your depression, and you will be back on your happy days. Hope this video is going to help you in fighting depression. Please do hit the like button and share this video with your friends if you think it's going to be of help. And please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I post my next video. And use the comment section if you have any feedback, and also to leave a topic on which you want me to prepare my next video. Until then, stay happy, stay positive, stay safe, and keep fighting. See you all in the next video.